One thing I finally had to break down and do, this is the first time this generator has been out.
Hi, we're Dan and Mary Buckley, here with our two dogs, Fritz and Oscar. We just retired, bought a camper, and now we're on a great adventure to see our wonderful country.
We are heading to the north rim of the Grand Canyon, looking for a site with a view. Made it here yesterday, here at the Grand Canyon on the North Rim, on Forest Route 611. We was able to procure us a halfway decent site right next up to the rim, and was able to get the camper situated and level. It was kind of a small spot, but we got a small camper, and we was able to get a really nice spot. And then here's our view from the front of our door, overlooking the Grand Canyon. Like I said, we're on Forest Road 611. So we did see a few spots up the road. We were thinking about stopping at those. Looked at them, because we have a small camper, we could fit into those spots where other people didn't. Most of the spots upstream or back towards the main road, all those were taken, but there were a few small spots, and we decided on this one. It had a little more room to it than some of the other spots had. They were more like almost like a pullover. 611S is the spot that we selected. And we was able to back it in here fairly well. Of course, being back here, I knew that sunlight would be sort of a premium, being in the forest with all the trees, but I was able to find sort of a sliver between the trees. Right now it's in the shade. It was in the sun on the sunrise that come up, but eventually it'll wind up here, and then of course I'll have a good sight here for the afternoon. As far as solar, the two panels on top, they're somewhat worthless at this point. Another thing that I did do, one of my earlier videos, is I got a Victron controller in here, and I was running the wires out kind of like I'm doing here with the Starlink. I haven't done anything with it yet, but with the solar, I did run the cables up underneath the camper here, brought them out and brought them right here. And of course, when I don't use them, I just kind of tuck them up underneath here, put some caps on them, tuck them underneath here, protect them, and that way I don't have to keep this door open. As far as bringing the wire underneath the camper for the Starlink, of course I don't leave my Starlink out when I'm gone anyway, and then bringing the wire up underneath like I did for the solar, it'd be more like convenience. One thing back here that makes all this nice is it's all free. Well, for all of you who think this boondocking is all glorious, try doing dishes in 45-degree weather. We're up here in the Grand Canyon on the North Rim. It hasn't been warm here yet. It's been about 40 degrees in the morning when we get up. And right now it's 45. It's about 8:30. So it's about 45, 30 mile an hour winds. We've been having winds. It's supposed to stop today, but been having a lot of winds. And it hasn't been warm since we've been up here. But yeah, I could do dishes inside, but there's just not that much room inside. I kind of like doing them outside, getting them done out here, making the mess out here, getting rid of the water out here so I don't have to put it in my tank. But this is part of it. This is what you got to do. I'm fixing me up a little skillet here this morning. Potatoes, green peppers, onions, so forth. Some eggs. But one thing I forgot to mention while I was doing dishes about how cold it is here. This is Memorial Day weekend. Should be warm. We're taking a little day trip, heading down to the North Rim Lodge and Lookout area.
Wonder if he's looking. Let's see if he's
Did you
looking
get
for
to the right before the difficult hike? I mean, you can still go through the.
Yeah, we just did it. And then a little bit
Yeah, you see the
on the other
bees
side there. You could see
flying
people.
around, baby K.
Going up
Keep
there.
talking.
There you go. Well, just got out of the gift store where Mary spent all my money. Again. Now we are heading up to Point Imperial for a different vantage point of the Grand Canyon. One thing I finally had to break down and do, this is the first time this generator has been out and been used to restore some voltage in the batteries. We're in a lot of shade here, but I was able to chase the sun every day. The thing of it is, past couple of days we were out doing things and wasn't able to chase the sun. We were losing 10% every day because even though chasing the sun, we didn't get full sun all the time. Wasn't able to bring those batteries all the way up. So each day, you know, like first day got 90%, 80%, but when we went out all day, the other day, it went way down. I just was never able to bring it back up. So I had to break down and pull out that generator. We was down to about 30%. Got to charge them up. Well, it's that time again. It's moving day. We've been here 5 days, I think, maybe 6. I think it's 5. We were only planning to be here maybe 4. Got an extra day in, but hate to leave. This is such a fantastic view that we got here. This is the first day it's been warm though. We got here and it was cold. Wind was blowing. First few days, that's what was going on. And yesterday it started to warm up a little bit. And then today, woke up this morning, oh, nice and warm. It's great up here. The wind's not blowing, the sun's shining. And but it's time to go. Start getting packed up and get out of here. Well, I think we're going to call this one. We had a great time down at the Grand Canyon. Stayed there on the north rim of the Grand Canyon, camped just not much more than 50 feet from the rim.
Beautiful view.
Yeah, gorgeous. In the forest there. That was kind of nice. And cold. It was cold there.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and it didn't start warming up until we were getting ready to leave. Which would have been nice if it warmed up a little bit earlier, but that was okay. Got some good sleep at night anyway. Yeah, we went down to the lodge on the north rim there. Went out to some of the lookouts they had there and got to see the typical Grand Canyon look. Then went to a couple of points. I think it was Imperial Point, and we went to another one to get a different view of the Grand Canyon. But overall, it's a beautiful area, gorgeous area. Love camping there. We both had a
Busy.
great time.
I mean, there was people, a lot of people there.
Yeah, a lot of people out in the forest area. Getting
They have
campers.
these cute, by the lodge, they have these cute little cabins that have a couple rockers on the little porch. And I don't know, just, it would be kind of cute to stay in sometime.
So anyway, we're going to call this one and head on up into Utah Way, and we'll see you there.
Okay.
Just remember, on your next adventure, just do this. Get out.
And get going.